doubles and coffee. It is clear that the PNM safe zones are death zones. They are zones of spread of COVID-19 infection and spreading across the country from the PNM safe zones. The science is showing now that brand of vaccine did matter. What is the efficacy of the Sinopharm vaccine after being fully vaccinated? 2 shots after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. The most people in this country have been vaccinated by the PNM with Sinopharm vaccine. When the opposition, when the UNC, when the doctors were saying, listen, bring the best. Rowley ridiculed all of us, all the people who had done research, and said Sinopharm, brand is irrelevant. Brand does not matter. In fact, we'll take the brand off and you just take what you get. Do you all recall this by Keith Christopher Rowley? Now we are hearing from Convent Girl in the parliament that the 3rd dose is because of the Sinopharm efficacy dwindling. It's not a booster, you know, it's a 3rd dose of Sinopharm. So how many people are Sinopharm fully vaccinated with a card in safe zones, liming, interacting, and spreading COVID-19? Not only Sinopharm, because even the Pfizer, which I took, the science now says, after 4 to 6 months, you move from 96% efficacy of the double dose vaccine down to 76%, and you require a booster. So that percentage means that you can get it. Maybe your symptoms would not be as harsh, but we're seeing that over 60 people have died who are fully vaccinated. But you can still get it and spread it. And if there are others in your family or around who are being safe, then they can die. We wake up this morning and 28 families are mourning. After yesterday, 28 people succumbed to COVID-19. 28 people died. 28. Think about it. We don't even trust the numbers that we get of ICU beds. We have information that there are 51 ICU beds with ventilators, full ICU beds with nurses capable of running those beds. Keith Rowley and them come and say in the parliament they have 100. Let's go with their figure. Let's pretend that they are truthful at all levels and they never lie. Let's pretend for a moment that there are approximately 100 ICU beds. If 28 people died yesterday, that means that over 28%, nearly 30% of the people who were in ICU and HDU died. The ICU, the HDU, the health system, the parallel PNM health system, the Convent Girl health system, the PNM COVID-19 response is a death zone. Once you enter that area, it's like Hotel California. There is no return. You do not come out. It's best when you go in or taking your family member to a PNM run health facility. Pack your best, your Sunday best, so that you could look casket sharp. Does this worry you all yet? All over the world, survival rates at HCU units are 2 and 3 times, 4 times higher the probability of survival than in a Trinidad and Tobago PNM ICU unit. We are from safe zones into PNM's death zones into the hospitals, which are just collectors of bodies right now. This is not a joke, and it is getting worse every day. Total capitulation by the government. Is it criminally negligent to have brought, to have waited, to have delayed, to have procured a vaccine which it was known we did not have enough information on, to be told by Rowley, Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister, over and over, take this vaccine, give them so-called vaccination cards, convinced that the vaccinated are God's people and that you're safe like Selassie briefcase. You can go to safe zones with this double dose of Sinopharm when the truth now shows that you were unprotected. Is that criminally negligent to put people in harm's way when the science shows now that they were unprotected? Yet there's no card, there's no wristband for natural immunity that God gave us. Natural immunity gives you more protection than 2 doses of Sinopharm after 2 months. It even gives you more after the first day, after the second dose of 14 days after completion. Natural immunity has been ignored by the PNM. God has been ignored by the PNM. The entire system, the entire position, the entire plan is calamitous and is bringing death and destruction. Tim Gopi Singh asked for a COVID-19 Commission of Inquiry into every death way back in May and June. We are now heading into December with death on our doorstep. The safe zones are death zones. The PNM has failed and we are paying the highest price. We are not only paying price anymore of corruption, mismanagement, lack of opportunities and no hope. Our people are dying. A little boy has died. There are rumors, there is information coming out all around of no oxygen in Point 14. Is that true? I don't know. But the information is not good because the facts are that we are dying under a system of junior doctors who are just being celebrated, promoted, given more appointments on PNM boards to increase their conflict of interest when they play games with the science. When science is a simple thing. Science is objective. The PNM has turned science into a subjective art form and has convinced the population to listen to them. Criminal negligence abounds. People are dying. Safe zones or death zones? You decide.